Hi, welcome to this month's postcard. And I just want to spend a little bit of time just reflecting on some of the things that we've been doing over the last few years and just thinking back and reminding myself at least that that presidency has gone really quite quickly. It's not completely over yet, but it's going quite quickly, and that it builds upon work from previous administrations, such as the work that Sheila did, the work that Margaret did, and Graham, and those that came before. And ISME continues to support music education and musics with the broad notion of education, continues to support that worldwide, continues to have a world-class conference, one of the key conferences in the music education calendar, and of course continues to have a world-class journal. It's International Journal of Music Education. So lots of senses that ISME kind of remains that strong organisation we all love. But at the same time, there have been some slightly different inflections, I think, that have been developed over the last couple of years. One of the things has been attempts to develop and enrich and maybe shift a little bit the culture inside the organisation, the culture of doing business. That's been one of the things that we've been working on inside of the organisation, how we communicate with each other, how we can be more engaged, this types of things. We've also been shifting towards a breadth, a larger, or a more wider sense of what we do. So this idea of the All Season Society was meant to throw less emphasis on the conference as the core activity, but rather kind of begin to see the membership, being a member of ISME, something that you can get involved in things that have happened all year. So that's something else we've been doing, and some of the things that we've been looking at is see that for instance, Sage are now managing the Spanish journal that we run, Revista. So Sage are kind of managing that. So that's kind of, given that a little bit more weight. We've also worked with Sage to develop a larger pages of the International Journal of Music Education, so it becomes a larger journal and reduce the wait times. As I think you know, because we're speaking about it quite a lot, is we're very excited about the grants in partnership with the NAM Foundation, with Sempre, with Gregory Brown, for example. So these are available to our members as well. So that's sort of expanding that. We've also got, and you can see from a postcard that's come quite recently, a new partnership with Routledge, with a book series that gives our members more opportunity to publish, and for us as an organisation to gain a kind of large critical mass on research. And the senior editor for that, Dawn, is going to be Dawn Bennett, and she would love to hear from you, and I would encourage you to read the postcard that came out quite recently, in fact a few days ago I believe. And then there's other projects that are happening. Last week I was in Frankfurt at the Messe Music event in Frankfurt, and I'm having conversations there about ISME and ISME members working alongside and supporting that organisation to develop a music education strand that sort of works in concert alongside, informs, and is in conversation with the music industry. So that's one of the things that we're having good high-level conversations at, and that's actually repeated with the NAM Russian group. So there's a visit to Moscow in a few months' time to continue conversations that started out in California, and goes back to an event we were at in Moscow, a good few years ago now. So these things are kind of providing, we hope, those particular things providing other things our memberships can be involved in impacting music education worldwide. So I mean, these are just some of the reflections as we move towards the World Conference in Baku, as we move towards a handover of presidency and administration to Susie, which I'm excited about. So just letting you know some of the things that we've been involved in, and some of the things that I hope that you'll be involved in more importantly. Okay, so have a good rest of the month and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.